What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Be sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Stellar Blade is one of those games where it became a focus point because it bucked the trend, so to speak, of let's just uglify all the female protagonists because somehow they have an unrealistic body standard. Well, guess what? All of these protagonists, male and female, are supposed to have unrealistic or the best possible body type possible. That's their idealized forms. And I most of the time, most will tell you, most gamers, when they make a version of themselves in a game, but it's the best version of themselves they could possibly see. And when they play a character, they want them to be attractive. That's why it was lovely and refreshing to find out that Stellar Blade was not going to uglify, and we've all been treated to some lovely physics, chesticles and other types of physics, ladders, all the things. It's very nice. And so the game is out, or at least definitely the early release copies, and people are playing the demos, and it's pretty good. It's not just because she's hot, right? So it's actually got some gameplay behind it. And one of those first reviews, of course, they well, let's get into this. It was from IGN France, and here we have from Bounding into Comics, Spencer Paculi, shout out. IGN France scrambles to backpedal after writing off Stellar Blade protagonist Eve as a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. And so, in the latest example of Western video game press having a chip on their shoulder when it comes to media created not just by Japan, but apparently any East Asian nation, IGN France has found themselves scrambling to defend themselves after writing off Stellar Blade's lead protagonist Eve, despite being based entirely on the real-world appearance of an actual female model, of being nothing more than the sexualized fanny of someone who has never seen a woman. And I also believe he's married with children, but Love and Marriage, great series if you've never seen it. And yeah, of course, the Western video game press, the journalists, if you will, of course they're going to hate it because it doesn't follow those approved standards. Now, if she was real ugly and overweight, oh, I'm sure they'd be defending it, talking about how stunning and brave it is. But she's hot, she's got a fat booty, and it jiggles appropriately with physics, and that's why it's well, you can see what it says right here: the sexual fantasy of no one who's seen a woman. The French arm of the video game news outlet leveled their accusation against Stellar Blade artistic direction on March 27th as part of their preview of the South Korean character action title. Oh, those industrious South Koreans. Following a brief overview of the game's post-apocalyptic, soon to be live action, but real world setting, but post-apocalyptic humanity must fight for survival premise, the outlet's Ben Ozula took a detour to share his protestations against Eve's sexually appealing character design. Yeah, because they don't want sexually appealing characters. We know they don't want that. The design of the game, in particular, its character, highlights an obvious bias, wrote Azola, per an English translation of his piece provided by this article's author. We're going to beat up the alien, but if we can do it while pleasuring the eyes of men, that's a bonus. Accurate. That is actually a bonus. And the results doesn't really work. Something tells me it does work, just doesn't work for him because he's a femboy. He continued, it's not new, and other games have made the choice to highlight the assets of their female characters, but where Bayonetta bears an iconic character design, or 2B from Nier Automata, Jesus, inspired an entire generation of cosplayers. Stellar Blade's Eve is just boring. She doesn't seem boring to me. I've seen Hypnotic play a lot of this, or not play a lot of it, but like show some clips and all that. Doesn't look boring to me. A doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. Right. So that's, of course, going to be the fucking insult they're going to throw. She looks great. She looks fine. I don't understand. Unfortunately for us all, even the briefest of internet searches regarding Stellar Blade's development reveals that his complaints are based not in any real world fact. Why would a journalist base anything on real world facts? But rather his own personal hangups. To start, Eve's designer, game director, and the CEO of its publishing company, Shift Up, Hyung Tae Kim, has definitely seen a woman before, as evidenced by the fact that he is currently married to Shift Up concept artist Jun Chai. congratulations. Oh, that's a lovely freeze frame. There we go. See, look at there. There's Eve dodges an attack in Stellar Blade. Beautiful, beautiful. Love those graphics. Further, while Eve herself may be a fictional character, her appearance is not, instead being based on a full one-to-one body scan of real-world South Korean model Shin Jae-yoon. Well, there you go. And she doesn't look boring to me. Very nice. Lovely outfit. Oh, let's go golfing. Let's go golfing. 2 balls on the hole, on her. Never mind. You get the idea. Yes, we did base the character on Eve. Excuse me. We based the character of Eve on model Shin Jae-yoon. The aforementioned Kim explained a push square of his protagonist's conception. We thought that her body shape would be a good reference for the character that we were pursuing, but the face was created originally in-house. It's just the body of the model that we scanned for the game. Well, I approve of everything he just said. In light of both of their ignoring, in light of both of their ignoring of these facts and the blatant attempt to insult Kim, both Azola and IGN France soon found themselves facing massive waves of backlash from the general public regarding their lack of journalistic integrity. And I'm sure they said that, we're under attack. However, rather than respond to this outrage by just right, this is the other thing, is whenever this happens, instead of just taking the L and be like, oh yeah, we were wrong, sorry, they always either double down or attack or call us toxic harassment. Let's see how they did. However, rather than respond to this outrage by admitting to having completely missed the mark with their accusations, the writer and outlet instead moved to try and cover up their shoddy work by blaming the public. Oh, that's shocking. For having misread their original statement. We just read it. What was their changing their insulting description of Eve from a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman to a doll sexualized by someone you would think has never seen a woman. Cheap. Azola then added the pompous disclaimer in English that this last sentence has been slightly edited for French-speaking people pretending not to understand what we meant, and the English-speaking mob who Google translated the initial text. Oh, sure. Even your correction is asinine and insulting. It's outrageous, it's audacious, and it's inconspicuous. However, since then, IGN France has amended the disclaimer to instead claim that the article was edited following death threats. Oh, and you won't post copies of that, I'm sure. Notably, neither Azola nor IGN France, yes, has provided any proof of having received such death threats. Yeah, there you go. There's your character that apparently is a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman, or you would think has never seen a woman, whatever gross obfuscation you want to use or whatever. There it is. They're upset because we won. We won one. That we got a female character that they didn't uglify or whatever weird excuse they want to use. Yeah, we won. Thank you. That's it. End of story. Bye. Enjoy playing Stellar Blade. I'll play it if it ever comes to PC. And shout out. We just have to keep having game designers that have this level of strength that will not capitulate to that mob. And let me know what you think of this in the comments. Let me know if you're going to play this or if you played the demo. And that's it. That's it. Thank you if you have subbed, and thank you if you're going to. And
well, bye.